solution in this study include the normality test, multicollinearity test, heteroscedasticity test, and autocorrelation test. Okay, next t-test. The static test essential in indicate how much the influence of a single independent variable, explain the variation in the dependent variable. Ghazali 2018. The t-test serves to detect the significance of the independent variable x1, x2 up to xn. The independent variable y with coefficient level of 95% or a significant of 0.05. Okay, next p test. The p if
F test. Inggrisnya kumahanya kayak
The
orang
F test is
constant
consistent to examine whether all independent variables included in the model have a joint effect on the dependent variable. Ghazali 2018. For criteria in testing with a significant level of 0.05
tipe belanya
non or
pura-pura tidak
or 95% confidence. Terakhir the last test coefficient of determinant R squared. Determination R squared. According to Ghazali 2018, the coefficient of determinant R squared serves to measure how well the model explains the variation in the dependent variable. Thank you.
Oh, lagu berusukan.
Ini sebenarnya pasti tinggal maca sih. Nah HP ogen kan pasti
ditalargen kaciri maca ditalargennya. Nyobanya sekali deh mah cuma dilewat hungkul, cuma dibaca yang akhirnya hungkul pindah-pindahna.
Ya kan?
Yes.
Okay, and next
Kenalan dulu oke.
the last one.
And next, I am Miraris Kamayati, SDM 160. I will discuss the regression analysis and the classical assumption test. First, regression analysis. Kayak macam panjang ya? Panjang tuh.
Terus ini saha pura.
Apanya?
Aku misalkan pura duduk di bibirna.
Variable x and variable y.
Katinggal
Regression analysis is concluded
HP mah henteu.
Banyak perlu dibahagianya ulang lewatan garis.
was conducted in the study the
property semacam
in the study the poverty percentage is defined as the y dependent variable while the open unemployment rate (CPT), economic growth (EG), and human development index (HDI) are designed mending ponok deh.
Pasti mana iya bakal ada ilu gitu teh tapi baca padahal langsung HDI.
Oh iya sakieu.
Teu kan ieu
Ayo bahasa panjang
pendek. Tadi teh kan sakieu kayak normalitas teh.
Ya kan mau kenapa make background ieu mau kenapa enggak?
Iya, the concept value of
Rumah estetik.
Iya kan
probability value of
Serius nih si bapak masuk serius.
the data is normally distributed since the GP test probability value is age, which is greater than 0.05. We can conclude that the data is normally distributed.
Di HP abis.
So guys fix ya kemana ya? Oke, so balik adanya.
Bebas ya tapi.
Oh, angkatnya kieu we pas next day kok abi ulah kali dipindahkeun nya. Pas ya perkenalan kali dipindahkeun, ieu sekali mah maksud.
Oh yes.
And next, I am Miraris Kamayanti, NPM. And next, I am Miraris Kamayanti, NPM
Student number.
Student number.
sih,
Student ID number. Abi mah.
Jadi
Student ID number. Abi mah.
Student number.
Student number.
Student number. Bapak dia.
And next, I am Miraris Kamayanti, student number 166. I will discuss the regression analysis and classical assumption test. First, regression analysis. In this study, we use regression analysis to determine how different variables affect poverty percentage-wise. The independent variables are open employment rate, economic growth, and human development index. The constant value of 56.07713 indicates that if the variables of open and unemployment rate, economic growth, and human development index remains constant, the poverty percentage will be at 56.07%. The regression equation can be summarized as follows. If the open unemployment rate increases by 1%, the poverty percentage will increase by 1.01%. If economic growth increases by 1%, the poverty percentage decreases by 0.21%. If the human development index increases by 1 point, the poverty percentage decreases by 0.70%. And next, the classical assumption test. First, the normality test. The constant value of 56.07713 indicates that if the variables of open unemployment rate, economic growth, and human development index remain constant, the poverty percentage will be at 56.07%. If the probability value of the GP test is greater than 0.268, this suggests that the data is normally distributed. Since the GP test probability value is 0.268, which is greater than 0.05, we can conclude that the data is normally distributed. Second, the multicollinearity test. The variance inflation factor, VIF, is used to detect multicollinearity. If the VIF value is greater than 10, multicollinearity is present. If the VIF value is less than 10, then there is no multicollinearity. Based on the result, the VIF value for all independent variables are smaller than 10, which means there is no multicollinearity problem in the regression model. Third, the heteros
Emang gue masalahnya tapi sih asli ya sih spontan mah.
Third, the heteroscedasticity test. Heteroscedasticity occurs when the variance of the residuals isn't constant. To test for this, we use the Glasser test if the probability value for each independent variable is greater than 0.05.
and this research data and data for the three variable independent, and this is have the previous research.
Presentasi itu harusnya tidak lebih dari 15 menit. Ingat kalian semua menyampaikan
Ya mah asal sih
Tuh.
ada antisipasi.
Itu anu awalis.
Terus jelaskan modelnya bagaimana dan lain-lain.
Ya geus eta banget eta teh.
Dan hasil
Iya,
hasil
iya.
sebutkan, misalkan yang pertama,
Iya, tadi eta.
uji asumsi klasik probabilitas,
Ya, bisa aja.
syaratnya
Iya, iya,
sisi yang normal kita melihat dengan nilai jauh. Jadi bilang,
Regresinya
sia-sia, hasilnya adalah ini.
Tapi itu dia kan
Dan lolos dari
pengaruhnya
ujian
kumaha?
normalitas. Lanjut, multicollinearitas.
Iya sih.
Kalian bebas menggunakan matriks boleh,
Dia nulis
IF
kan
boleh,
ini
lolos.
regresi analisis.
Sebutkan, misalnya kalian menggunakan KIF. Syaratnya itu biar lolos adalah jika nilainya itu di bawah 10 dan hasilnya sesuai dengan output itu
Udah,
adalah
Mas,
semua
Mas.
variabel
Anjay.
nilainya sekian sehingga disimpulkan bahwa lolos
Tapi orang sih,
multicollinearitas.
Abang geus
and
geus
especially
banget.
this is
Geus
this
duit.
is data
Sumpah.
about the three variable, and you can see this is research result from the previous research, and we can see is the other research so that fundamental recommended that human communities is have different effects on the public in Indonesia and different as in like
Kalau
this is
misalkan kami lama,
yes, is
yang lain gak akan majuin buat presentasi. Otomatis kalau bisa sampai anda sebelum puas di presentasi otomatis
Karena tiru kelompok deh.
tugas.
Apa targetnya?
Paham sampai sini?
Paham Pak gitu.
Paham nggak atau nggak paham atau nggak paham kan?
Paham Pak.
Oke, silakan lanjut. Maksimal diskusi 2 menit lagi sampai 13.47.
Gimana kita lima
bisa
sama?
banyak kelompok orang
Berarti jam 2. Ih, aduh abis Pak. Aduh. Emangku dikerahnya.
yang di dagu pula teh sih anu terus saat cara gimana gitu. Jadi mau searching lah di translate lah.
Okay, Pak. For Alia, I will answer the question that you asked for us. Wait a second.
Oke, untuk menjawabnya boleh menggunakan bahasa Indonesia daripada yang lain tidak bisa mencerna dengan baik. Silakan bisa menggunakan bahasa Indonesia.
and we can see in this slide this is a data of a fundamental economic growth
Yang pakai
and
bahasa Inggris hanya
human
yang persentase
development
saja.
index, and this is there are a previous research, and we can read that we can conclude that the previous results is have the different results about about the influence of the three variables.
Langsung gitu ya. Langsung tes gitu kan.
Ya.
Kan jelaskan. Up to
Iya,
up to.
mau dibaca kan? You can see in the slide.
Serius banget.
Pertanyaan dari Alia adalah mengapa investasi langsung FDI cenderung terkonsentrasi pada sektor ekstraktif seperti pertambangan di Indonesia dan bagaimana hal ini mempengaruhi keberlanjutan pertumbuhan ekonomi.
Anis kayak tos didianya Anis.
Investasi langsung asing
Asumsi contoh langsung.
Indonesia cenderung
Langsung.
terkonsentrasi pada sektor ekstraktif seperti pertambangan karena ada beberapa alasan. Yang pertama ada kekayaan sumber daya alam. Di Indonesia memiliki cadangan mineral dan energi yang sangat besar. Seperti batu bata, seperti batu bara, nikel, tambang, dan emas. Hal
Eh,
ini
ngomong
menarik
kali ingat,
investor
kali ngomong kali.
asing yang memiliki
Baru dan kali
teknologi dan modal untuk mengekspor dan menginvestasi sumber daya yang kita miliki. Yang kedua, ada permintaan global.
Pas ke abi mah keluar duitnya kan eta barengan.
Komoditas hasil tambang memiliki permintaan tinggi di pasar global, terutama untuk industri manufaktur dan energi. FDI pun masuk untuk memenuhi kebutuhan global ini.
Hasil langsung kan.
Namun ada konsekuensi
Yang ada itu
dari konsentrasi FDI dalam sektor ini. Di antaranya adalah ketergantungan pada komoditas
Kan ada
atau
keterangan.
ketergantungan ekonomi pada sektor ekstraktif buat Indonesia rentan terjadi fluktuasi harga
yang minum di
kemudian yang pasti kita semua tahu adalah kerusakan lingkungan, kemudian pertumbuhan ekonomi yang tidak inklusif dan risiko keberlanjutan jangka panjang.
Bapak izin satu
Jadi
device yang
kesimpulannya adalah
presentasi gitu.
meskipun FDI di sektor ekstraktif memberikan keuntungan,
Bapak izin
ekonomi yang
untuk
jangka
yang presentasinya itu hanya satu device dan satu device lagi yang menayangkan slide.
bisa menghambat pembangunan berkelanjutan. Diversifikasi ekonomi dan pengelolaan sumber daya
Bahasa Inggris tuh bisa sih.
berwawasan lingkungan sangat penting untuk memastikan pertumbuhan jangka
Sekarang
panjang yang
guys,
inklusif
kalau
dan
banget ya.
berkelanjutan.
asal limitnya buat
Mungkin cukup apakah
Cukup aja ya, silakan diakhiri.
terima kasih Rokan. That's all. The presentation by Group 1 from start to finish was been completed. We apologize if our presentation was not perfect or fell short of expectation. That's all from us. Thank you for your attention.
Ya,
Assalamualaikum
mulai.
warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ingat ya, kelompok selanjutnya presentasi maksimal 15 menit. Tidak usah ada perkenalan, langsung saja. Dan berkenalannya boleh menggunakan bahasa Indonesia. Baik, selanjutnya kelompok 10. Silakan kelompok 10.
Agsia.
Ngomong mau kalau mau buat kelompok 10 ngomong.
kan si bapaknya sok ianya nanti cara bapak berhenti dulu ini kan
Kelompok 10. Bapak maaf sebelumnya, apakah kelompok tidak bisa mengajukan diri untuk presentasi hari ini?
Sok.
Yuk, silakan kelompok 6. Kenapa Anis?
Pak maaf, kalau misalnya hari ini kelompok 2 presentasi, boleh tidak Pak?
Sebentar nih, buat tentukan dulu ya yang mau maju.
Oh iya Pak, baik, mohon maaf Pak.
Yuk, silakan kelompok 6.
sin banget sih
Kan kesel ke kelas orang teh soalnya kan kalau orang juga progresan udah ngomong jadi mungkin kesel
Tapi
teh kan
mending tuh ada masalah ini cek abi mah kieu.
udah salah.
Tugasnya kan
Anis
dari
tersiap,
kita.
Bu. Anis dan tim.
Siap Pak?
Ya, silakan lanjut.
Iya Pak. Ya.
Bukan
Pak, ini izin satu device untuk yang presentasinya.
Kenapa harus satu device?
Karena ini lagi bareng-bareng di satu tempat Pak, di laptop, jadi biar gampang.
Oke, silakan. Ingat ini, jangan bertanda-tanda, langsung saja fokus ke intinya, tidak usah dibaca semua.
Baik Pak, saya akan mulai. Sebelumnya, thank you. We are from group 2. Now we are going to present our material. And before that, I will introduce myself. My name is Anis Hoirunisa with the student number 176. I'm going to be a moderator and the first speaker. So our topic is talk about the influence of open unemployment rate, economic growth, and human development index on the poverty rate of Indonesia in the 1996 to the 2024. Next. So the poverty is the one of the main problems faced by developing countries, including Indonesia. Poverty is not only reflects people's inability to fulfill their basic needs, but also reflects an indicator of the social inequality and community welfare. Poverty is remain significant challenge in Indonesia, hampering in economic growth and social welfare. This one is not only related to economic but also include the political and information. According to Airbnb, poverty is multidimensional and equals by sector, such like low access to education, low access to healthy and education is following by the of quality of your human research. Next. Okay, this is the three factors that influence on the poverty, and you can see in screen, this is the data of the three variables, and we can see this is results from the previous research. And so, from the previous research, these three variables have a different influence on the poverty. So, this is research conducted to find out how the three variables or three factors actually affect poverty in Indonesia. Okay, next, I am Ananda Livia, a study ID number 1H1. I will discuss research method. This research utilize secondary data collected from BPS Indonesia and the World Bank. The type of data used in quantitative measure on the numeric scale and constant of the time series data on open unemployment rate, economic growth, human development index, and poverty rate in Indonesia from 1996 to 2024. The analysis method employed is multilinear regression using the OLS method as an estimator. The independent variable in this study are the open unemployment rate, economic growth, and human development index, while the dependent variable is the poverty rate. Next, regression analysis. A regression is a way to find the effect of the independent variable x and the dependent variable y. The formulation is as follows: y equal b0 plus b1x1 plus b2x2 plus b3x3 plus e. With description, y is poverty rate, b0 is constant, b1 is unemployment rate coefficient, x1 is unemployment rate, b2 is economic growth coefficient, x2 is economic growth, b3 is human development index coefficient, and x3 is human development. Next, first, classical assumption test. The classical assumption test include in the normality test, multicollinearity test, heteroscedasticity test, and autocorrelation test. Second, t-test. The t-test essential indicate how much the influence of a single dependent variable explain the variation in the dependent variable. Ghazali 2018. The t-test serves to detect the significance of the independent variable x1, x2 up to xn. The dependent variable y with a confidence level of 95% or significant of 0.05. Third, v-test. The v-test conduction to examine where all independent variables included in the model have a joint effect on the dependent variable. For criteria is testing with a significant level of 0.05 or 95%. Coefficient the last test coefficient of determination R squared. According to Ghazali 2018, the coefficient of determinant
R-square serves to measure how well the model explains the variance in the dividend variable. Thank you.
Okay, next, I am Iralis Kamayanti with student number 160. I will discuss the regression analysis and the classical assumption test. First, regression analysis. The constant value of 56.07713 indicates that if the variables of open unemployment rate, economic growth, and human development index remain constant, the poverty percentage will be at 56.07%. The regression equation can be summarized as follows. First, if the open unemployment rate increased by 1%, the poverty percentage increased by 1.01%. If economic growth increased by 1%, the poverty percentage decreased by 0.1%. And third, if the human development index increased by 1 point, the poverty percentage decreased by 0.70%. And we will continue with the classical assumption test. First, the normality test. The normality test checks if the data follows a normal distribution. In this study, the GP test shows a probability value of 0.268, which is greater than 0.05, indicating that the data is normally distributed. Second, the multicollinearity test. The multicollinearity test detects if there is a high correlation between the independent variables. Using the variance inflation factor or VIF, we found that all the VIF values were below 10, indicating that there is no multicollinearity in the model. Third, the heteroscedasticity test. Heteroscedasticity test occurs when the variance of residual isn't constant. Using the Glaser test, the probability values for all independent variables were greater than 0.05, indicating that there is no heteroscedasticity in the model. And lastly, the autocorrelation test. The Burns-Godfrey test checks for autocorrelation in the regression model. The prob chi-square value was greater than 0.05, meaning there is no autocorrelation problem in the model. And next, Puram will continue with the next part.
Okay, my name is Puram Purnama with student number 164. We'll explain the next material regarding the result of our research test. The first is the test result. Based on the data processing result, the probability tested values for the open unemployment rate, economic growth, and human development index variables are 0.0001, 0.0665, and 0.0000 respectively. Says the probability tested values for the open unemployment rate and human development index variables are less than alpha equals 5% or 0.05. These two variables have a significant effect on the poverty rate in Indonesia. Meanwhile, the economic growth variables has a probability tested values is greater than alpha equals 5% or 0.05, which means that the economic growth variables does not have a significant effect on the poverty rate in Indonesia. The second is F-test result. Based on the F-test result, the probability F statistic is less than 1 in a million, which is lower than alpha equals 5% or 0.05. Therefore, we can conclude that all independent variables, open unemployment rate, economic growth, and human development index variables jointly have a significant effect on the poverty rate in Indonesia. The third is test coefficient of determination. Based on the result of data processing, it is known that the adjusted R-square value is 0.771742 or 77.1742%. The coefficient of determination shows that the independent variables, the open unemployment rate, economic growth, and human development index are able to explain the poverty rate variable in Indonesia by 77.1742%, while the remaining 22.8258% is explained by other variables outside this research model. Thank you.
Introducing, my name is Eka Fitriani with study number 175. Next, I will discuss the effect of the open unemployment rate, economic growth, and the human development index on poverty based on the regression result. First, the effect of open unemployment rate on poverty. The results show that the open unemployment rate has a positive and significant effect on poverty in Indonesia. This means that the higher the unemployment rate, that more likely a person or family is to fall into poverty. There are several reasons that explain this relationship, such as an increased family economic burden. When someone is the family lost their job, the economic burden becomes heavier for other family members who are still working. If the number of unemployment people in a household is high, then the welfare of the family is further jeopardized. In addition, the lack of employment opportunities in both the formal and informal sector exacerbates the situation. Inequality and income distribution between the rich and the poor can also lead to many people not having equal economic opportunities, and the unemployment quality of education means that a large proportion of the workforce lack the skill requirement by industry, making it difficult for them to compete in the job market. Second, the effect of economic growth in poverty. In theory, high economic growth should reduce poverty by creating more job opportunities and increasing people's income. However, our results show that economic growth has a negative but insignificant effect on poverty. This means that although the economy is growing, its impact on poverty reduction is still limited. The last explanation, the effect of the Human Development Index on poverty, HDI, reflects people quality of life in three main aspects: education, healthy, and living standard. The results show that HDI has a negative and significant effect on poverty, which means that the higher the HDI, the lower the poverty rate. There are several reasons why an increase in HDI can help reduce poverty: improving education, the improve healthy service, and higher living standard. On the three factors discussed, HDI is the most effective in reducing poverty, because by improving people's quality of life, they have a greater chance of getting a decent job and improving their standard of living.
Okay, based on the research, it can be concluded that often unemployment rate, economic growth, and human development index have different influence on the poverty. First, often unemployment rate has a positive and significant effect. That mean when the increase in the unemployment rate will be increase in the poverty, because when the individual do not have a job, then do not have a steady job, they will lose stable source of income. And the second is economic growth. Economic growth has negative influence on the poverty, but it's not significant. Why that happen? Because although that economy have potential to reduce poverty, but the effect is not always immediately felt of the all level of society. And the last is HDI. HDI has a negative and significant effect on the poverty rate in Indonesia. Is that mean improving in the education, in the healthy and living standard, it will be increase the human research. Therefore, the government also focus on creating more and equitable employment opportunities, promoting inclusive economic growth, and improving the quality of education and healthy to strengthen labor competitiveness. This is enough from us. If anyone wants to ask, you can raise your hand. Thank you.
Okay, please raise your hand. Just one. Silakan jika ada yang mau bertanya, dipersilakan satu orang saja.
Ya, better kan jadi kamu? Sama aja sama iya please. You are the best. Can you jawab pertanyaan?
Oke. Nggak ada. Ini nggak pada teman memang. Ya silakan. Jika Ada yang bertanya? Satu orang saja. Oke, karena nggak ada yang raise hand, cukupkan. Silakan diakhiri, Anis.
Baik Pak, thank you for the attention. This is enough for us. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For Anistin. Oke, sekarang selanjutnya kelompok.
Jangan berbagi layar, yang satu layar jadikan berbagi layar. Jadi akhir kumaha itu jelas.
Enggak enough, pokoknya thank you.
Itu
Assalamualaikum.
Bapak tadi.
Ayo, kelompok 7.
Nama good namanya.
Oh Cina, thank you for Anis and team. Oh good gak? Good, thank you for Anis and team.
Bener.
Iya, yes. Thank you very much teman-teman. Thank you for this group is very good. Ya Allah. Guys, beres.
We job for you.